Welcome to my channel. I'm Vinu Cyrus, and today is another episode on Sketchup. I'm going to show you how to create a simple table. Since we are working on creating a simple furniture like a table, I'm going to select woodworking millimeter template. Here you will see that what I have selected is, if you go to view toolbars, you can select large tool set. That's what I would like to work with. So here on your left hand side you have the large tool set. To create a table, so you need to have a plan in mind. If you want, you could actually measure a table that you have access to, and you could actually use SketchUp to model that. That's just take a tape measure and then just measure all the important measurements. Just a clarification about my style of working. Creators, some of them, they work from the sculpting method. That means you create a big bounding box which will enclose the entire furniture, for example, and then you sculpt away parts, and at the end you get the table. What I'm doing is just the opposite of it. That is, you create simple parts and then you bring all of them together to make your final table. That's what I'm doing it today. Probably another time I could show you how to do that in the sculpting method as well. So let's start with it. And I'm going to use the rectangle tool at first, and just imagine that the tabletop that we are creating, it is 2 meter. So that is 2 meter, 1 meter. Okay, so that's the size of the tabletop that we are talking about. And I will use a push-pull tool to give the tabletop its thickness. Maybe, for example, say 2 centimeter thickness. Please remember, even when we have selected the template that we have selected at the beginning is in millimeters, it doesn't mean that we can only give our measurements in millimeters. You can always, in the value control box, which is located at the bottom right corner, you will be able to type in any value along with its measurement, be it inches, centimeters, millimeters, meters, anything. Feet, doesn't matter. SketchUp will understand it and take it and then apply the correct value to that component. Now, if you want to get a good introduction to all the tools in SketchUp, I've got 2 videos. I think the link is available on top right now. You please have a look at it, and then it'll be very easy for you to follow this tutorial as well. I will highly recommend you to do that. So I have created this tabletop, right? Now imagine that, see, the corners of these table, they are really sharp, but I would like to chamfer them. Okay, and to do that, I'm going to use the tape measure tool, keyboard shortcut T, and I'm going to create some construction lines. Maybe construction lines which are, say, 5 centimeter away from all these edges. So type 5 cm and do the same thing here. Type 5 cm from everywhere, 5 centimeter each. The purpose of this is so that I get 2 points, and then I could use the 2-point arc tool to create an arc which can be used to chamfer these sharp corners. And keyboard shortcut for 2-point arc tool is A. See, now I will zoom in a little bit and I can use span tool so that this is in the middle of our viewpoint, and keyboard shortcut A, 2-point arc tool, and I select the first point, I select the second point, and here you see this, when the arc is tangent to the edges, it will be pink in color, and that's what I want. That's the setting I wanted. And then once you finish that, you could use the push-pull tool again and then push it down till you reach the face. And if you want to get rid of these lines, you could use the eraser tool, and then you press the shift button and then click once. So use the eraser, press the shift button and click on the line, and that will be deleted. Now we need to do the same thing on all these 4 edges. So face. Now do the same thing for the other side, other corners as well. See, we have lots of construction lines, and if you want to get rid of the construction lines, view guides. See, you could get rid of all those construction lines. Now we are left with the tabletop. Now I'm going to convert this tabletop into a component. Why I do this is because in SketchUp, any object that you create, it's known as a row object, and if 2 row objects are brought together, they are going to stick to each other, and then taking them apart or moving them around is going to be a challenge. That's the reason why I'm making it as a component or a group. I'll tell you the difference between a component and a group as well. A group is used if it is a one-off object, yeah, and a component is used if there are multiple copies of the object. And so here I'm going to triple click, that will select this tabletop, and I'm going to make a group because it's a one-off thing. That's why I'm making it as a group. Now the next step is I need to add all the 4 legs. Now to that, again, I need some construction lines. And imagine that all these legs are situated, say, 10 centimeter away from these edges. So again, construction line, keyboard shortcut T. So 10 centimeter. Okay. So here I'll go to view, and I will turn on the guides once again. So tape measure T and 10 centimeter on this direction, 10 centimeter on this direction, and so 10 centimeter on all the directions. Now what I want to create is a leg. So once again, here we are creating the legs of tables, and what I did was I've created construction lines to show where each of the legs should be placed. Using the rectangle tool, I've created a square cross section, 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter. And now after double clicking, I'm going to turn this into a component. So leg, something like that. Now I'm going to copy this. And so what I did was I used the keyboard shortcut Control C and Control V. Okay. So I've copied and pasted. Now I'll just use the pan tool, zoom in using the scroll wheel, and I will get rid of all these construction lines. So what I did was selected them and then press the delete button on the keyboard. Now you see the magic. I'm going to edit one of the legs. So because it's a component, you need to edit it in order to make any changes. So double click on it, then only that will be highlighted. All the rest will be grayed out. So that means we are in the editing mode for that component. And then you can zoom in if you want to see it clearly. Use the push pull tool, select that square shaped area. That will be our leg. And then generally the tables, you will have roughly 70 to 80 centimeter in height. Imagine that I'm going to give an 80 centimeter height for the table legs, so 80 centimeter. And because here I have made it into a component, that's why when you edit one of the legs, all the legs do get affected. So this is a very effective way of working and quickly creating what you want. So here you can see that. Now the next step is I would like to apply a little bit more details to my legs. So I'm going to edit one of these, and because these are components and these are also copies of the components, any change that I make for one will be affecting all the others as well. And for doing that, for modifying the leg, I'm going to use the follow me tool, and let's see what I can do here. When you use the follow me tool, it works like this. You need to create a shape, and then you need to have a path for that shape to go around. I would like to create, first of all, a 2-point arc here. approximately here, and I would like to create that in this area here. And then I need to show this, so this will be the shape, this semicircular shape, which will go around the table leg. And in order to show that path, I need to create that path. And to create that path, I will use the, because it's a hidden geometry, right? So I will use the face style X-ray, so that I will be able to create that path. And I'm going to go along these different axes. So here, and I come back. So on this side, I think I need to just go to this side. Yes. And then use the line tool once again, keyboard shortcut L, and then complete that. So that will complete a plane. So now I have an area which is this semicircular area, and I want this semicircular area to go around using the follow me tool. So to use the follow me tool, you select the area, and these are different line segments. So what I'm doing is, you press the shift button, and then because shift, by say here it's toggling, that means when I press the shift button, it's in the addition mode. I can add to the selection by carefully clicking on each of these lines. So now Sketchup knows that this is the path that I would like this shape to follow. And then you select the follow me tool, and you then click the area. Now you can see that I have applied a pattern to all of these 4 legs. Please remember, we haven't applied any of the wooden joints or anything like that. I will do that next in another tutorial. The next I'm going to do is to create these aprons. I would like to get out of the X-ray mode. Yeah. So here, the apron here, imagine that it is 1 centimeter in thickness and maybe 5 centimeter in height. That's what we should be creating it here. So to do that, I need to find the midpoint of this face, this side. So once again I resort to tape measure tool, and then I will create a reference, and then I will infer it. And if the thickness is, say, 1 centimeter of my apron, I'm going to create a 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter on one side, and 0.5 centimeter on this side. Okay. And now I'm going to create the rectangle. So 5 centimeter, 1 centimeter. Okay. Now here you can see that I have this one. You could delete these construction lines, and then here, before I do the push pull, I can do a zoom extents, and that will bring everything into focus. And here, let us see. Now zoom in, select this, push pull, I do this, and I reach here. Okay, let's see how this will look like. Okay, yeah, here I've completed that. Now I could turn that into a component. I want to use the tape measure tool, and I would like to, using inferring, I would like to find the midpoint here, so that and I would like to put a line 0.5 centimeter away. So 0.5 centimeter. Okay, let's do this. So I've selected this component. I'm making the move. I selected this corner because this is the corner that will go and move and be placed here. Press the control button, then I make the move and I zoom in and I can place it here. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. For this I will create the tape measure tool, T. I'll use the inferencing. Yeah. And then I will use the rectangle tool and I'll create rectangle tool 1 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Okay. Select the area, select the rectangle area, use the push pull tool and then push pull it till you reach this edge. Now you triple click so that you select this side of the apron. You make it as a component. Okay. Now we are going to move and place it over here on this side, and to do that again I need the center point of this side. So again, get the tape measure tool, inference to find the center, then 0.5 centimeter here. I will go to the X-ray mode and then I'll select this one. I'll press the move button. I'll select the corner and I will click the control. See, so I can make copy. I'll zoom in and then I'll click here. See, that will complete my process. Now once I do this much, see there are lots of construction lines, so I will just delete all those construction lines. I will turn off my X-ray mode view, view face style X-ray. So I have turned off my X-ray mode, and here you could see that I've created a decent table without spending too much time, maybe 10-15 minutes. Double click so on the tabletop, because that's a group, so you are in the editing mode for the group, and then you need to use the paint bucket tool here, and then there are lots of materials and I'm going to select, yeah, wood is at the end. So just imagine I would like this wood board, cork, wood lumber. Okay, maybe this one. And you need to apply it to the edges as well. So, and if you can't see a side, please use the orbit tool, keyboard shortcut O, and then you apply the material as well. See, and then you complete this process by. Now, if you want to apply the same thing to the legs, again, double click on one, because remember, these are copies of a component. That means if you apply for one, it will be applied to all, which saves a lot of time, right? So see here, again, paint bucket tool, yeah, on this hidden side as well. So okay, yeah, that completes the coloring of this one. And now to edit the aprons. So yeah, now on these two aprons as well. So here you do that, and then you need to go to the other side. Okay. I think that completes the okay. I think that completes the construction of our table. So in our next tutorial, I will show you how all the various wooden joints can be made, so that this in fact is a real wooden table. Okay, there are other tutorials, other software and hardware tutorials in my channel. Please do make it a point to check them as well. Thank you. So till next time, bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe